regardless of what I'm gonna say, we can all agree that uh, this portrayal of Amazing Spider-Man 2 was not the greatest, but it got the job done. The death of Gwen Stacy has been one of the more iconic storylines done over and over. Like I said in the beginning, the Amazing Spider-Man did it. They try to make it different, but I just felt like there was a lot of things that I didn't like about that scene. Like, for example, the fact that it's Gwen really was the one that put herself in danger, even though Spider-Man told her constantly. Here it felt more personal, whereas like Green Goblin was personally going after Spider-Man and hurting someone he really cares about. So that basically showed you a Green Goblin that's more crazy and insane. Because up to this point, he's just moved on. Norman has moved on. Once he gets his memory back, remembering that Spider-Man is Peter Parker, he just goes after her, just try to get Spider-Man at a personal level, and takes him out. Now, the crazy part about this is because a lot of it does involve Captain Stacy in the story, because in the beginning he's the one that's like trying to put together that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and just to throw him off of his game, Prowler is even introduced here. Well, not introduced, but he's in this comic story, and he's the one helping Spider-Man pretend to be Spider-Man. Well, like, oh, Prowler actually is the Spider-Man. So they played games with that, but at the end it cost Captain Stacy's death, and they did a good job of like, okay, you are Spider-Man, you are Peter Parker, but just do good in this world, kid. Do good, do amazing, whatever. It just hits close to home because it's just like, okay, he already lost someone in the Stacy family, so now it's up to, him to just do better. And, sometimes even the best superheroes can't save everybody. There's been deaths of Lois Lane, Batman, we've lost Robin, we've lost a lot with superheroes, and I think this is one that hits close to home because this is one where it puts Spider-Man down, and it just makes you really feel for him because like no comics up to this point, at least in the Marvel world, I could say, never really had a downer ending. It's always like the happy-go-lucky, but that's what Spider-Man always is. Like even the Amazing Fantasy, that one ended on a downer, but it introduced us to who Spider-Man is and how relatable he can be. And this is one that's kind of close to home. Like you visualize yourself as the perfect being that you can, but then sometimes you make mistakes in life, and I could relate with that. I want to be one of the best radio hosts ever, but there's always a sacrifice to it, and you can put that together whether you want to be a teacher, a doctor, all these things, and they did just such an amazing job at making you really feel for it, and it's good. That's just why I love the Green Goblin, because you just hate him. You just hate his guts, especially with this one. The way I was actually introduced to the Death of Gwen Stacy comic was actually an iconic picture of Spider-Man's mask where you see Gwen and Green Goblin in the eyelid. It's such an iconic photo. And even the iconic photo of Spider-Man holding on to Gwen. They did just fantastic work all throughout with this, and I can't really hate it. Given how iconic the story has been, given how great of a job they did with all of this, I can't give it anything else other than an A+. I mean, this story has been one of the ones that people remember when you think of Spider-Man comics. This is the most talked about. This, Kraven's Last Hunt, and Spider-Man No More, which we'll get to. But yeah, A+ for this comic, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Again, we're close to the end. The next review will be Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. A lot of you are probably wondering, why am I reviewing this over Spider-Man No Way Home? Because I want to save No Way Home for the end of this. I think Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is the next best option for me, and I have a lot to say about this one. Don't worry, it's positive. But anyways, stay tuned tomorrow for that video, and take care, everybody.